Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We're back in FortressCraft Evolved. You can see we've got an attack underway and you might be noticing we're getting more mobs here, more insects per, per attack. It's quite a bit more coming than they were in the beginning, if you recall. Anyway, this episode, what we want to do is collect up these bug parts. Between episodes, you might have noticed already, I extended our defenses. So we've got laser turrets on each of the four corners, another set of 3 on each of the 4 corners, and they're all fed or powered the same way we did the inner kind of ring of them, just with storage, power storage block, a power thermic generator underneath, then underneath that a storage hopper filled with right now enriched coal. And then that coal is all being automatically fed from underneath. So we don't need to worry about powering these things up. That should hold off the hordes for hopefully quite a while. Naturally, the more power we produce, the more bars of ore that we smelt and things, that's going to increase the number of enemies coming at us. So we can look at our base rating here. If I just hover over our threat scanner, it's showing we're right now at 766. I think I've seen that thing peak up to around 900 so far. But that's pretty good. I'm not sure if 1000 is a threshold where we get some different types of enemies or not. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know. So this episode, again, we want to focus on finishing up our Falcor bug part collection setup. So again, between episodes, I increased our defenses. That's going to help us, again, long term. So what did we set up last time? We've got 3 Falcor beacons set up, being powered by a storage block, and I think I upped the laser energy transmitters to Mark 1s just to keep these things supplied. These do consume a lot of energy, even when they're not picking up parts, so I'm not crazy about that. Down the road, we may investigate a less power intensive way to collect these bug parts, but for now we're going to use the Falcors. That's what they're intended for. I can rotate these guys so they look a little better. These are the Falcors themselves. These are our little drones. They don't require power, so I can actually put a 4th one down here if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, do I have this on the hotbar? Or I do. Falcor Mark 1s. Let's put that down here. So the beacons, again, just to refresh memories here, these guys will automatically fetch materials laying on the ground within, I think, a 32-meter distance, I believe. And then these drones will go to the Falcor beacons, retrieve what they've collected one part at a time, and then drop them into the hopper that their little docking stations are next to. So we've got one set up here. We want to do this on all 4 corners. We've got these mapped out. I think our second row of turrets here is at 15 kind of blocks diagonal from the first row of turrets. So 15 if you count them out. That would get us to the turret. And then I believe I've got these at the Falcor beacons. I think they're 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is where the power block is that's powering these beacons. And I put power blocks down on each of the 4 corners. They're not all powered up yet, but I just measured this all out, placed it ahead of time to save us time this episode. And then I've got the actual Falcors, who the drones that are going to go fetch things. I think these are 5 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the storage hopper. So let's get these set up top here, and then we'll go underneath and take care of the rest of the filtering of all these guys. See if I can remember this. We got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put... Oh, look at that. We're going to run into a belt underneath. Bummer. Where do we want the symmetry? Let's... Oh, man, that's a bummer. Right out of the gate, run into a problem. All right, I'm going to put a light here, and we're going to go down and just see if I can route that around. Move this belt a little bit over. See, that is probably providing enriched coal. I'm sure that's an enriched coal belt. And it is providing enriched coal to these three power storage blocks. But we may be able to move it a little. I'd like to have the... in this case, it's going to be the Falcor drones stationed right here and have a hopper right above this. So let's see if I can move that. Oof, didn't mean to do that, but it's a shortcut, I suppose. That's the belt we want to move. We can do this, right? We can make this work. Let's go. Let's see. There's an easy solution here. Just put a belt right where I'm focused. I'm just wondering what implications that has. Or we can just rotate this guy down. I'm going to do it this way just because I'm not sure if it's better to have this logistical hopper divide kind of evenly between these three ports rather than having this far away one fed by this storage hopper here. So I'm not sure if that'll make sense, but my explanation that is, but let's just do it like this for now. You go there, and then we'll just get rid of this whole row of belts. Boom, 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 boom. Patch the hole I made in the ceiling here. We don't need that. Boom. These guys are all happy. And now I think let's go back up. Go back up. And start placing this stuff. See if we can't get these 4 quadrants done. This time, let's get rid of this light. Boom. Fill that. Boom. Put a light here just to mark where we're going to have to filter items. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to do a logistics hopper here for now. Eventually, we'll do a... we'll probably do a refrigerated hopper once we get to those. We don't have those yet. Okay, let's get to our Falcor Mark 1s. These are the collectors. And then where... Yeah, we know here what we need to do. This is the power storage block that's going to power the beacons. I've got a few of those here. We can only do 3 right now because we got to route power over to this. How did I do it over here? Where did I take power from? I stole it from... I guess it would be the one on the outside. And I used a Mark 1 laser transmitters, which I don't have a lot of these. These are kind of expensive. That does that. These guys will go and fetch, or these guys, we won't see any drones or anything here. They'll just automatically retrieve an item one at a time that they find on the floor here. These guys will hop over and grab them and dump them in this hopper, and then underneath we're going to route it. Let's do the same over here. In fact, we can start with the powering up. You to you, and I'm going to have to get more of these Mark 1s. I'm probably going to need to buy more or craft more of these beacons, it looks like, yeah. Let's go see if I've got what I need, the materials. Beacons, I need 3, 4, 5, probably. Falcor beacons. Threat scanners. Let's see if we can get 5 of those. They're in the same menu. You can always just click on the item. Boom. And it'll automatically fill in a search for us and find it. What did I say? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to here. Got to clear the search filter. That's the only downside. Boom. First, we have 0. We want 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While I'm here, let's see. Do I have what I need for these? I do. You're really chewing through the iron gears. I've got them automated, but it's slow. But man, am I chewing through these fast. All right, let's grab some of these. Look at those gears just go down. All right. Back over here. That should be able to keep up. Hopefully this thing should charge up. I guess once these guys get their initial charge, we should see that battery fill up. Looks like it's doing it now. Where am I? Wrong side. Falcors first. There's one. There's two, or beacons first, I should say. Then we said 5 out from this, right? 1, 2. I'm going to double check that. Sorry, I know it might be annoying. I don't want to have to redo this all. I think it's 5 out from the battery. No, it's 5 out from the furthest. See, I just messed it up already. 5 out from the furthest turret. So we need to fix this. My bad. We didn't need to move all that stuff. Not a big deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did that light? I might need to jump down there, unfortunately, and collect parts that have dropped down. Fill that little hole and then head back up. Sorry about that. But it happens. That's why I wanted to double check. So 5 out from the furthest turret. I'm going to double check it again. 5 out from the furthest turret is where we're doing the first set of Mark 1 Falcors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Very good. Because the idea is that the Falcor drones, they can kind of service multiple beacons. You know, I picture having at least one more ring of defenses out here, so we'll have more Falcor beacons out there. That's kind of the idea of putting the drones a little further out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Drop a torch down here, just so when we go underneath, I know where I need to work. There's that. And then move to the hopper with the Falcors. Boom. Try to have these with the tall part facing the storage hopper. I think that looks best. Okay, that is that. And that is that. Those guys are done, other than the routing underneath. This is the one where we discovered our problems. We want to come 5 out here. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's coal in our way, so I'm going to hit the control key and right click and power mine this coal out of the way. We know we're going to be sending stuff down through here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. Mark it with a torch. Boom. Storage hopper. Switch the hotbar here and set up 4 Falcors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like I'm going to need more Falcors, right? We haven't done this other side. That side's done. It's getting power. And see, this guy's already collected something. Coal. The coal I tore up. All right. We really want these guys just collecting bug parts. I'll grab a couple of these leftovers. They're likely pristine. The ones that get left over here, the ones that last the longest, the bug parts, tend to be the pristine ones. So grab a couple of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dig the hole. And I think I need to go buy. I need to go craft some Falcors. Falcor Mark 1s. Let's do that. Hopefully I've got the ingredients I need. Auto upgraders. I need 4 of those. Those are right in here, I thought. Do I have what I need? Barely. They chew up the energy transmitters. Oh, man. Okay, 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark 1s. Oh, iron gears, we're going to come up short. Big time. All right, we'll fetch some iron gears, but I probably don't have enough. We've got 1 we can place. We'll start with that, I suppose. And we'll do this part here. Stuff is kind of expensive. Like I said, there is a cheaper way to collect these. If you look at these hoppers, see this vacuum mode, toggle vacuum? Well, you could turn that on. Doesn't cost any power, right? And you can kind of see an animation where this thing looks like it's kind of sucking in the air. Basically what happens is anything that's, oh, we'll see it right here. Okay, there go the bug parts. Watch what happens. Boom, it just kind of gets sucked right into the hopper. That's another way to do it. When I first played the game, or the first two playthroughs I've done, and I've only done two before this. That's what I used. I just set up vacuum hoppers, and that's how we collected items, or how I collected items. See them getting sucked in there? Because they don't take any power, right? We're seeing that these Falcor beacons take a lot of power, even when they're not collecting. Like, these guys are chewing up power right now. And power is one of those things that increases our threat level and brings more enemies and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so why am I not using the vacuum setting? Two reasons. One, I've already done it several times, so I want to try the Falcors. And the other is I'm told, or I read, that somehow that vacuum setting can have a hit on your performance of the game. So we're going to try the Falcors first, but just keep in mind that is an option. We may switch to it later. Once we get the chilled or the cooled hoppers. They do require power, but we might be able to turn vacuum on and then just not worry about drones and all that kind of stuff. All right, let's do what we can do over here. We've got to power up a few more of these, the beacons, and power it with, I guess, this guy, right? I'm not going to double check this because I've already spent time double checking things. So let's do this. If it's wrong, I'll fix it between episodes. Bam. We're just missing two. No, we're missing three kind of Falcor Mark 1s. Let's go see how many iron gears we've got sitting in a hopper. A couple levels down here. I don't think it's going to be enough. Each one of those takes like 25. Each Falcor Mark 1, I think, takes 25 gears. Man, that's a lot. So here's our kind of improvised iron production setup. This is like everything. It's not permanent. We hope. Sometimes things we think aren't permanent turn out to be permanent. But yeah, here we're bringing up the iron ore. We've seen this before. Loads up the storage hoppers. And then I'm dividing the iron ore up into two efforts. One is going way over there, and it's getting us these guys. Intermediate experimental pods. We'll use those for research. We'll just collect that. And then the other path for that iron ore right now is gears. So got 55. That'll get us two more. And right now I have this belt turned off, basically. But these iron gears can also be used to create rack rails for our cargo lifts. Got that turned off right now. We've got plenty. Where are they? Let me search by type. We've got 722 rack rails, and I've only got, 69 gears. So I'm kind of trying to save up gears. That's why I've turned off the rack rail production. Let's go up and at least get two more drones going, and then we can work on the routing of these bug parts. Because they don't have anywhere to go right now. This hopper only holds like two things. Okay, boom. And we get a purchase or craft. However you look at it. I guess it's crafting. Because it's so instantaneous, I guess I think of this as more of a purchase than a craft. All right, I can get two more, and I'm 6 gears short of having the third one that I want. Let's do it. 1, 2, yeah, 6 gears. So we'll be able to get that soon. And I'm not sure how this is going to scale up. How many of these Falcor Mark 1s we're going to actually need. I don't know if there is a Falcor Mark 2. There is such a thing that's more efficient. We'll find out. So we've got it started. Did I put a light underneath this? I did. We're good. Let's go underneath and see about routing. The whole goal of this is once we automatically collect these things, one, I won't have to walk up here. But two, I miss a ton of these. I don't come up here every time when I'm underground digging. So these are resources that are valuable to us, especially down the road. And whatever's not valuable to us, we can grind down into ore. Have it all automated. Don't need to spend any time thinking about it. Okay, we need to stick on this floor. I'm going to go where we started. think last episode, trying to filter this. Yeah, here's the stuff coming down the belt. All right. So here's one of the issues we've got. These bug parts, when they come down, particularly, I think it's only the like the ruined ones. See here, I've got ruined faceted eyes and ruined heavy chitin and all that. Ruined light chitin, ruined phosphorescent glands. The ruined ones, if they sit in a hopper that isn't cooled, we don't have those yet, they will turn into this stuff, boiled organic remains, and there's not much we can do with this stuff other than grind it and maybe get a little ore out of it, but it's not much. So we're going to have to deal with that initially. Later, we might not have to, but the pristine things aren't really subject to that. And if these ruined parts move through the hoppers fast enough, then they don't turn into spoiled organic waste. You can see one there. Like that one is stinking. You see the stink coming off of it? That's because it sat in a hopper up top. That's spoiled organic waste. All right. Enough of that babbling. We started with a basic filtering system here. What did we do? We said pristine stingers were going to come off of this way. And let's grab those filtered. Do I have them? Conveyor belt filters here. We want the advanced filters. Advanced conveyor filters. I think I bought some of these or crafted some. Yeah, I got 25. That'll get us started. So now everything's coming into this hopper. Pull out the pristine stingers. Everything else goes this way. We want to choose an item. And we want stinger. Let's see. We want pristine stingers, but we want to invert it. Everything except pristine stingers can go into this hopper. You can kind of see what we're going to do next, right? I wonder if I should do them the other direction. We got more room out this way, right? Does it matter? Not really. Let's leave it. Then we got everything but pristine stingers. Let's pick another item to pull out. There could be different ways of doing this too, by the way. Let's pull out, we'll put another storage hopper here and choose an item. I'm just going to type pristine. Let's do the heavy chitin. Found another guy here. Boom. And you know what's going to happen here, right? Choose item. Pristine. Heavy chitin. Invert. Everything except heavy chitin comes through. Another hopper. Hopper. Big hopper. Filter. Let's choose pristine again. What's next? Light. Oops. Oh, I think I reset that one. No, pristine light. Good. And we have to use another one of these guys to say everything but pristine light chitin. Invert it. Second verse, just like the first. Boom. Pristine. Let's choose an item. Okay, we already did the stinger first. Let's do the faceted eye. Faceted eye, invert. Hopper. Hopper. This is going to be what's left. Choose item pristine. Phosphorescent gland. This is everything but. Invert. Okay. And let's put a belt here. Let's put a storage hopper here and just see how things progress. We don't have much in the queue, do we? We need to wait for another attack to come through. Okay, so we're getting some stuff coming through here. All right, couple things to consider. So right now we're pulling off out of this everything that's collected, at least from this one corner, and we'll obviously route belts to collect from all 4 corners. I'll probably do that between episodes or something. Pulling off pristine stingers, pulling off whatever that is. We're pulling off whatever light chitin pristine. That's probably the heavy chitin one. I don't know how you pronounce that. I pronounce it chitin. So we've got the 5 pristine things that we can get. What about all these ruined ones? We want those too. Here's the thing. I don't have a way of storing these ruined ones anywhere where they're not just going to automatically turn into this spoiled organic remains. So until I get like refrigeration, they're all just going to turn into garbage when they sit in the hopper here. Like if I put one in this hopper, you can see we've got 12 spoiled organic remain in here. Just to illustrate that for overkill. If I make a stack here of 2 of these guys, then I come in and drop the 2 Runelite chitin in here. Boom. We sit here and watch it. I think it's going to turn into spoiled organic remains. Maybe I need to exit out and then come back in. Yeah, one of them already just did convert. And if I wait long enough, the other one will convert. There's no use right now in me setting up filters for all of the what is it? Ruined organic components. Got all the pristine ones stored off. Those won't go bad. They'll stay in here. In fact, we got a stinger sitting in here, right? It's been here for a while. It hasn't converted. So, knowing that everything's going to turn into organic waste for the time being, what do we want to do with this stuff? What I'm thinking of doing, in the meantime, is just running that through a macerator. So we've got that set up downstairs here. Let's take a look. While I'm here, I'm going to send some power into this thing. Bear with me for like 3 seconds. I'm just going to use my own solar power here to power our research lab. Way over here, we've got kind of this setup with some macerators. 2 macerators. I call them macerators. Powered by a pyrothermic generator. Enriched coal comes in through there to power the generator. And I've just been filling these hoppers with whatever junk material I want to get rid of. Right now, I've been getting rid of this rock, so I just feed these hoppers. Kaboom, boom, boom. Manually, this is not very efficient. I don't usually do it on camera. These guys will grind up the rock, and then eventually, if they find any ore, they'll dump it into these hoppers, and we get some ore. Right now, we're mainly getting lithium, copper, tin, and iron. I have a feeling we'll get the nickel and gold, and I'm not sure about crystal, once we set up mining for those resources down below. But right now, we're getting those, and it's just a way to convert stuff over. This is not automated. It's very manual and somewhat tedious. But with the bug parts, we can do that in an automated fashion, right? We're going to have an endless stream of bug parts coming through. So let's set that up here. Do I have... Basically, we're just going to set a macerator. Probably 1 or 2 would be fine. In fact, why don't we run belts here? Not sure how many it's going to take, to be honest, to keep up with the burden, but we'll figure it out over time. There's some smelly junk, and there's some smelly junk. More smelly junk. Okay, all those rotten parts coming out. Let's go. I'm going to probably have to go up and craft some macerators. I don't think I've got any on me. Thought I did. Oh, I think I used it for crafting. All right, let's go up and let's start with 2. And then we'll have to route some enriched coal down here to power a pyrothermic generator. Let's see, do I have those? I've got 3 of those on me. They're on my hotbar over at slot 9. And maybe we'll tap into this power we're using for our defenses. I'm not crazy about doing that. The enriched coal, that is. I'd rather not pull from that supply. I guess it doesn't make a huge difference. We're not going to use a ton of power. While I'm here, you can see a little power wall that I've set up, or at least a coal refining wall. We saw this, I think, last episode. It kind of explained how this works. But we're bringing in coal from various deposits, running it through the enrichers, and then sending it up to power all of our turrets. Okay, let's go get... What did I say? I needed macerators or macerators, 2 of those at least. And then maybe pyrothermic generators if I've got the ingredients. First, the macerators. Those are actually under the mining drill. Kind of makes sense because they give us ore. What do we got? Iron gears, of course. Let's just grab 2. Should have fetched those iron gears too, so we can add that last Mark 1 Falcor drone station. But I didn't, so can't do that. Pyrothermic generators. Oh man, they take gears. I'm gonna wait on that. I think I need it right this second. Let's go down and start processing that organic waste, crushing it into ore. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, do I have them? Where are my macerators? I'm just scrolling through my hotbar here looking. Thought I had them on here. There they are. Do these need a hopper? Find out. I'm just going to throw a battery here for a second and see if these guys need pull from a hopper. It looks like they do. Yeah, it looks like they do. So we can simplify this a bit for now. I guess we'll put them right here. That's probably got to go. I don't know how to clear a belt without deleting it. So let's macerator here. Boom. And then these guys probably need hoppers too. You dump out the ore they find. Let's do like that. Now I need to get power to these guys. We can tap into this supply here, I guess. I'm not crazy about doing that, but we'll do it. So what I'm thinking of doing, let's put the pyrothermic generator in the middle. Should be enough to power 2 macerators. Where are you? You there. Then we need a hopper to store fuel for this guy. We could use... let's use a big one. Could use a smaller hopper, but we'll use a big one. And then I'm going to try to get a pillar next to this thing that we can run a belt. Oh man, that was lucky. That was lucky. I didn't think I'd get that first time, but I did. We'll take it. This is going to be our enriched coal coming down. Boink. We're going to tap in over here somewhere. I could pull it out of that hopper. Yes. Let's not starve it out. Let's put a turntable right here. Boom. And again, sometimes I use logistics hoppers for dividing things up. Sometimes I use turntables. I'm not sure which one's best, to tell you the truth. In theory, yeah, whatever. I've seen different behavior between these things. I've seen the logistics hopper not evenly distribute, like constantly distribute to one side, not the other. But I've seen something similar with the turntable too. So I think the turntable works a little better. Probably is intended to be the one we're supposed to use. So we'll try and use that. A little more. I think it's a little more expensive too. Craft than the logistics hoppers, which is why I've been using those quite a bit. All right, that is that. Let's come over here and boink that. That's fuel. And then we'll just put, I think I could get by with just the low end power laser transmitters. Let's start with that. Let's start with that and see what we get. This guy's not going to do much. initially because there's no inventory of parts coming down. But as soon as we get an attack from this quadrant, that'll fill up and we will start producing bug parts. We'll filter out the good ones. We'll probably add more hoppers out here so we don't have to come collect very often. And then we need to take the ore. We're going to get more than 2. I was thinking, I guess for the time being, let's just belt this into a couple, where's my belts? Here they go. Sorry. Conveyors. Let's just put the output from the macerators, it's going to be ore, into a couple storage hoppers. It'll take a little while for these to fill up. And then later, right, we're getting a bunch of mixed ore in here, just like I collected downstairs to show you. 4 different ores collected. Eventually, we will filter and route that ore over to where it needs to be smelted, and it'll be completely automated. We won't have to worry about it. That is that. That's one corner done. Let's see. We're just about wrapping up this episode. I will do the other 4 corners off of camera. I don't think we need to do that on camera. Kind of saw the layout there. I wanted to go get iron. I wanted to get gears, basically, and see if we can finish up that one missing piece. We only needed 6 gears. Now, we crafted some stuff in between, so hopefully I didn't use up gears. There's 37. That's going to be enough. We can go just do a collect there on our experimental pods. Let's head up and put that last Mark 1 Falcor, kind of what I call like a drone station down. Boom. Falcor Mark 1. Got what I need. Good. And it was over here, right? These guys aren't picking up materials yet because that hopper is full. And I'm sure it's full of organic waste. So let's take a look. Boom. Oh, it's not full. I'm surprised these guys haven't collected those other things and at least put one more item in there. What would that be? Maybe these beacons aren't able to reach that far. We may have to put more beacons out. We'll fine tune it as we go. Let's get this thing down and then I'll show you what I want to work on next. You go right there. Boom. What I want to work on next, I think, is out this way. I'm going to hit K to get the hologram mode again going. I think, I'm looking for that little squirrely guy in the distance. You can barely see it. Boom. Right there. Straight ahead. That's what I want. This. We are going to try to set up a resin farm. And this is going to take some work to do. It's going to take some work to do. What we need to do, there's our little buddy. What is that guy? Hive Mind. We need this resin for research, for construction. We want this. We can't drill it. We can't power drill it. We have to use some special equipment to get at it. And then we need to farm this guy. So it's going to involve feeding those Minox. You remember Minox? Those are the guys that sit on your belts, unprotected belts, and start eating your ore. They'll feed this guy, and then this guy will spit out more of this hard resin. Just kind of start spawning out. It'll grow towards our base, towards that tower there, or the light source there. But we want to contain it and control its growth and control the feeding of it. I've never done that before. I've never put together one of these farms, resin farms, I guess you'd call it. And it's a fairly involved process. So I don't know how it's going to work. But I need to do some digging around here. I'll probably do a little bit of prep between episodes. And then we'll see if we can't get this set up. It's going to use a lot of power for us to make this work. And that's one of the reasons why we set up we shored up the defenses with that extra ring of, was it Mark II laser turrets. So that's going to come in handy. We're going to be burning up a bunch of power. Wow, before we end the episode, I see a bunch of smoke in the distance. Let's go collect some some research parts. That is a wreck site. We just got to walk to it and harvest, basically. Usually not a problem unless there's worms around. There's none around here, so let's just take the opportunity and grab this. I think these spawn like one at a time. And I don't know if they ever despawn, so you have to kind of find the one that's on the one that's in the world at any given time before another one will spawn. I think they, yeah, I don't know. My hunch would be that they are within, between your base and the overmines. Massive enemies. I'm guessing that's the perimeter where those things would spawn, but I'm not sure. But we got some research parts out of that. We can throw that in the research lab at some point. How do I get home? I'm lost. I am kind of lost. And if you do get lost, you can just hit, I mean, the first thing I do is look for the beam that's shooting in the sky by our hub. I think we're over here, actually. But if you are really lost, you can always just hit the K key. A as in key. And it'll kind of show you where your base is. Just scroll around a little bit and you'll see, oh, I got a bunch of stuff over here. That must be my base. We can walk that way. Turn that off. Let's head back. Yeah, and I think that's it for this episode. What did we do? We started filtering our bug parts. I got a lot of homework to do between episodes. We'll see how much I do. We'll see how much I get done between episodes. I know I want to get this bug harvesting all worked out in all four corners and routed underneath, because that's going to pay off. But I also want to get started on the hive mind farm here, where we start harvesting resin. That's going to take some work too. So we'll see what we take on next episode. For now, this is Glidercat. And thanks so much for watching. Special thanks to those of you, the few of you that have been giving the videos a thumbs up. I do really appreciate that. I know it's easy to forget, but I think it does make a difference. So I appreciate it when you give the videos a thumbs up. And as always, special thanks to patrons and channel members. Their contributions are the ones that allow me to keep this channel afloat. Kind of running on fumes at the moment, but we are keeping it going. So definitely appreciate the contributions of channel members and patrons. If you want to join that exclusive, very exclusive group of individuals, you can find links to do so in the description. And obviously, I would appreciate that a great deal. I will see you all next time. Thanks for watching.